Hey Scorpio, how about a reading today? Just thinking about you and me, also a Scorpio, okay? Yeah, I'm going to do a big old spread for you, Scorpio, today. So, if you have some time, come along for the ride. I'm going to start with an oracle card here from, Resilience. This makes me think of the Ten of Wands. That carrying such a burden, you're almost there. Looks like a very beautiful, growing and flourishing burden though. Worth the effort. So resilience. Let's look a little bit at that number 21 here in the book. Resilience. Making mistakes builds resilience. Ooh. That's too bad. Sorry, we make mistakes and we learn, right? I have learned my lessons from the mistakes I have made. I stand strong. I am an adult and I act with self-responsibility. I am strong and resilient. As we stretch and expand towards our intentions, we will most likely meet resistance or, wait for it, make mistakes or fail altogether. This is where resilience, confidence, and our inner will come into play. We might ask ourselves, how much do we really want what we are going for? Does what we want align with our needs and values? Are we really devoted to having it? Do we think we are enough? Do we have the strength to keep going? Good questions. I'm going to stop reading there, and I think that gives us a really nice basis for, I'm going to do a 7-card reading today here. Start with the Guardian of the Night Tarot. I'm feeling introverted and awkward in front of the camera today. It's so weird watching yourself on camera. It's like, oh, there's my big nose, and there's my age, and oh, my hair's doing that funny thing. But I don't really care today. I'm tired. I've been having insomnia. I'm working really hard. I am, So anyway, I don't care. I'm glad you're here. Let's do a reading. Maybe I won't talk and blither on so much because I'm tired. Maybe a little needing to have that resilience, like the other day I discovered I made a big mistake. Oh, it was so permanent. It's in a book I wrote. What I found out was there was a book I should have read before I published my book. And oh my God, I had a crisis. My book is not being well received and by my colleagues in history, and it really hurts. Really causing me to ask all the questions there. So for me, career, but also in my personal life, I have made terrible decisions about the people that I've given years of my life to, and here I am on my own, and I just haven't. Oh, I feel sorry for I feel sad about that today. I keep having that Bob Dylan song, you kind of wasted my precious time, but don't think twice, it's all right. A little victim-y place here. I'm trying not to be in victimhood, and I'm trying to honor my feelings. But yeah, resilience. So whatever you relate to or don't relate to, let's look at our past. Our past is a 7 of Wands, a place of resistance, of needing integrity, to know who you are in the crowd. Okay. Present. Knight of Wands. All right. A honey badger. Right? Honey badger don't care. No, I'm sorry. I always want to call this the honey badger. That's the chariot. The Knight of Wands, this is a Wolverine. Also, totally badass. It looks like, we're in the middle of a very fiery scene of conflict. And either you're looking at a Wolverine or you are the Wolverine. I hope you are the Wolverine. I'm the Wolverine here. Come on, Scorpio. So, I don't know why, but the Knight of Wands, a fire card, is also could be related to Scorpios. Could be the player, I think look at those sexy eyes, right? Ooh. You want me. Or I'm going to take you. I see two cards of feeling embattled. Here's your past, here's your present. You know, the temperature is raising. So, hidden, unbeknownst to us in the background, is a Two of Pentacles. It's a process of balancing, a need for balance. I don't know why that moon, I always think of like an avocado, or not always, but today I'm thinking of an avocado. So I see two dolphins circling around an avocado. That's odd. But okay, but let's like take that seriously. Then I think about when I was a kid and we'd eat avocados in Southern California, and you put them in a glass of water with 3 toothpicks and wait till the roots to grow, and you could actually grow a new avocado tree. Yeah, I just see like the kind of focus on this little seed here, and I want to say it's some kind of new growth. So take or leave that. That's something around you that it's figuring into what's happening. You may not be aware of it. You appear as the Hierophant. It's always so weird to see a Scorpio appear here as the Hierophant. But it's not the first time that's happened. Institutional power. Also, like real cut and dry, yes, no. Hierophant is associated with Taurus with a very fixed sign, and Scorpios are also fixed. So this is a person representing structural power here and feeling, like you have to be the Wolverine. Or maybe you're just one of the little mice looking at the structures of power. This could be us, Scorpios. You choose. You choose. All right, people or person around you. There is a lot of battle. Another card, another 7. So here's a 7 of Swords. This is much more a person in their mind. So we have 2 7s. They're very similar states, right? So the numbers in tarot are the same. They can be similar, right? So not a comfortable place to be. You're on your own. You know what? I'm sorry. We have the 7 of Wands here. The Knight of Wands is looking like that. But here's the other. So we have the Knight of Wands, this Panther in the 7 of Wands, and the Wolverine as the Knight of Wands. Like, there seems to be conflict. Everybody's like holding their ground. You and this Panther. In the recent past. So we've been in a battle here. We've been in battle. That's one way to look at this. This 7 of Swords, this person is, 7 of Swords is that one of the tools of the 7 of Swords is dishonesty and of keeping secrets. It's not if you're the 7 of Swords, you want to definitely move out of that secrecy and dishonesty and into integrity. But the person in your life or the people in your life, they may or may not be doing that. It may feel like somebody's keeping things from you in order to, very similar to the recent past, protect whatever, whoever they are. This looks uncomfortable. This kind of feels familiar to me, but we'll keep looking. Your advice is another person with a weapon, but this looks good, right? The King of Wands. This is the person who makes what they want real in the world. The creator, king, the passionate, fiery king, right? The present is the Knight of Wands, this Wolverine. The advice is, I think if we can see the advice is much more grounded, much more inspired here by the raven and the light. And the King of Wands has matured from the Knight of Wands. Yeah. Well, we'll keep learning about what these cards mean here. So the Knight of Wands is your advice. Gosh, I really see this singular people holding their wands. The Hierophant is how the Scorpio, you're appearing in this reading. You have a key, or you're looking at, if you're relating more to a little guy looking up at some institutional power, right? And then we could see that institutional power maybe is showing up here as the people around you. Yeah, I see you alone, and then there's always the avocado seed, the dolphins. Okay, and the future is Temperance. Okay, Temperance is a card of balance, patience, kind of getting things into equilibrium. This frog with one foot in the water and one foot on earth. I always want to look this up if you bear with me here. They're not numbered here. Here it is. Temperance brings a gentle flow of energy to a situation as it creates space for energies to come together and combine without friction. Okay, so I see this hidden influence here where we see a balance of seeking of balance here in the Two of Pentacles, and to grow an avocado tree. I also see the same avocado moon here in this image, just oddly enough. And so here we have our frog bringing a gentle flow of energy to create space for things to come together and combine without friction. So there's a lot of people with their wands, and there's a lot of animals holding their wands here. So the goal of getting to a less friction. With Temperance, you can understand many sides of a problem without feeling dragged down or overwhelmed. It's a space of complete and total control over your emotions and actions. You may have an overflowing to-do list. Things may be coming at you from left and right, but you're taking it all in stride. So it indicates a move to the middle way, away from an extreme or rigid position. So because there's so many people with weapons here, there's so much conflict of defendedness, Scorpio. This looks like the advice seems to be, this weapon is not as big a deal as I think this insight that's coming from outside. Producing a more temperate future. And I can see that snake is around the wand in this advice. So it's like, in a way, it's like transform this will. And Temperance is the result, or is a process at least, of transforming something negative into a calm, moderate, patient state. Let's look further and see what else the cards want to tell us about your Seven of Wands. That card I think of as resistance from your recent past here. Okay. We get the Hierophant. This is the card that you appear as the Hierophant here. Very grounded, laughing, but again represents institutional power. Is there something that you're from the past that needs to be in the past that you're having trouble letting go of, that you're kind of fighting for, would be my question. Healing in the past, a little bit of, this is not a card at all about feeling sorry for yourself. It's about self-care. It's definitely about moving your mind, a healing process that can be in the intellect, in the philosophy, in the realm of ideas. And an Ace of Cups, so a new offer in the recent past. So that happened, which is good. I see how that love offer appears in the nest here with the person healing. So to me, this says that this offer has helped you heal and release this resistance that's showing up here with the Seven of Wands, in that kind of, oh, whatever, I'm done here with this structural level. I'm going to take this stairway to the next place. And you can only do that when you move out of resistance here. And you know, we stay in a defended place, right, when we're protecting our heart. This is a very open heart. But I also see it kind of protected here by these hands. So we can only move out of that place of resistance and climb to the next cycle of our journey when we have rested and cared for ourselves. So that is your recent past. Okay. Queen of Pentacles on the bottom suggests it could be in the work realm, that it has to do with knowing your worth. Here we go with the present. Our Wolverine standing in the fire, again, defended. A lot more powerful. I don't know. You just get that look of that Wolverine is in the Knight of Wands. I always want to say that's a honey badger because the Knight of Wands, I associate it with like lust and being the player, and honey badger just has like a play, I don't know. Okay, Seven of Cups. Lots of choices, perhaps some projections, questions about what to do in the present. Scorpio, this is one of our cards, the Five of Cups. Kind of going in the darkness down into the pit here. There is that Ace of Wands behind you, don't forget that. So there's some grieving, regret in the present. And there is a new offer in the present. So look behind you. If you look behind you, there's that cup. There's this classy offer here. It's a real gift. It's a real true blue offer. For me, the Knight of Cups is he represents a real legitimate heart-based. It's an offer that I would want to take, even though I don't like boys. So yeah. The funny thing about these cards is it's like the fashion, it's like from a certain time. It reminds me of when we were in like, I'm born in 1970, so in high school we used to like sew our 501s as tight as we could around, and then some of the boys and girls would fold them up so they were tight, always hugging our ankle. It reminds me of that time. So when we were in high school, so maybe there's something from your past that is helping you in what really does appear to be a struggle of will. Take or leave that. Okay. Two of Pentacles. Take or leave all of this. Some of this will not stick in my head or in our story here. But it's all coming in, so I share it with you. Okay, our dolphins swimming around the avocado pit, the moon. The seeking of balance. This is around you, Scorpio. This is a hidden influence in this reading, so let's find out a little bit more about that. The Chariot. There's that honey badger, although it's not that in this deck. We get divine timing, the wheel, and some kind of manifestation coming in. Wow. Okay, so you've been waiting for something. You might have even just given up on it because it was taking so long because it's on divine time, but it is coming in fast here. Okay, so this is our story. Here's the first part of our narrative. Waiting there with your surfboard for that wave that you manifested, that you wished for. And then, okay, then divine time comes into play here. So it's waiting for when the universe is ready, but it's lucky and it's change and it's coming, and then it's coming fast. It's really coming fast. The black and white horse make me think of how the Two of Pentacles suggests a balancing here. So we can see that this hidden influence, this, and them swimming around that moon, you should think about maybe the cycles of the moon. We just had a Cancer moon in, what was it in? No, it was a full moon in Cancer, and now we're having a new moon in Capricorn. So in this 2-week period, something has been forming, and so we can maybe see that is coming in here, something that you thought about around the 21st. I have the date wrong. Around that full moon in Cancer. I'm sorry, I'm a little tired, and so yeah, it's not always bad because it turns off my controlling mind, and then I can just kind of be more loose. But sorry if I'm unclear. The other weird thing that happens is, like, I think I said one thing, and then I watched the film, and I just said the wrong number or the wrong suit. And I remember I've watched readers and been like, that's not the right card. And sometimes you just say the wrong thing. Hey, the sun just popped out, so that's a good sign for us here. Okay, well, let's find out more about you appearing as the Hierophant, Scorpio. I mean, I identify the Hierophant with like Earth, with stubborn and bossy and controlling and institutional, and it just like, I'm always rebelling against the Hierophant. The Hierophant is here twice in your recent past, and here. So this is, okay, the Lovers. Okay, so with the Lovers appearing, this could be, a commitment. It's also a choice. Hierophant is like a marriage, but so if you relate to that. So that we see the Lovers here, a choice, or, that person, that one. Did I show you the card? So these are two people. They're each themselves. They get to have a love relationship where they're themselves in that. Nobody has to change to make the other one happy. It's a fairly ideal relationship. So that may be something that that's funny. I suddenly see the way that the rat's holding her hands. It's kind of like, ooh, I want that. Do I project? I don't know. I'm sad that I'm single today. Okay, then we get Judgment, Ascension. Oh, very powerful. It's not easy, but it's, and it might be this feeling of that you're ascending in terms of your intuitive abilities are growing here. Yeah, I see a lot of spiritual power in you, Scorpio. And so it could be, like a traditional kind of spirituality, or it could be this kind of spirituality. But there's a clear sense of you ascending showing up here in the recent past. I think of this Hierophant as about spiritual ascension, that this person gets up, grounded, walks up the stairs, time for the next level. Then you appear again as the Hierophant, only this sort of institutional power. You have the key to the bakery. That's why people are listening to you. So just give them the key and quit talking, right? Anyway, so we get the Lovers and Judgment, and some waiting. There's a sense of you waiting, and the Hangman is about waiting for your perspective to change until your mind, your third eye opens up, or you see in a completely different way because you're hanging upside down. When you hang upside down, You see the world upside down, and it can allow you to move from one worldview to another. I think of this as the process that you're in the recent past of healing in the swords, which is about being supported in that nest that is, but that the swords represent a philosophy and a set of ideas. So if you're a spiritual Scorpio here, whatever that means to you, this new spiritual journey that you're on, although I don't see travel, I mean more of like you're ascending, right? Because we see you here ascending in judgment, dancing up out of your heart chakra, also bursting out of your third eye here. So there's a lot of spiritual, energetic connection here. And if, you can read this Lovers as perhaps you connecting with another person out there. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but it's a strong and important relationship. Okay, so let's find out about the Seven of Swords. Here. Okay. Seven of Swords, a person in your life. Ooh, they have an Ace of Swords. That's a truth, a new truth. They're intellectual and deep and intelligent. I also see that kind of ability to connect from the third eye, or from, very intuitive, spiritual Empress as well. And wow, this is a powerful person, Magician. This person is not being open with you. They're connecting with you energetically. They're manifesting. They're really powerful, this Empress. Beautiful, nurturing, feminine. They're connecting back at you. Okay. You were manifesting something, remember? This is your hidden influence, and it's coming in, but you've been waiting kind of in that wheel position. See her chest open? That's the Knight of Cups. But this person isn't open with you about this yet. They're keeping it to themselves. Seven of Swords is where they're at. Then the Eight of Swords is a feeling of being trapped. Nine of Swords is, so if they have to go through like a lot of swords to get through whatever they're going through. At some point, I hope they open up to you. Right? They seem very self-contained to me, this person. But there is movement towards you. Maybe that's their energy. I don't know. So our advice, King of Wands. You've been changed by something. Yes. You've gone through battle. You've been changed, but so has this person in your life. They're very powerful. They're getting a new truth coming in. Whoever this person is that you're thinking of, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, it could be work. But this is all in the Wands and Swords. There's definitely an Ace of Cups here for you as well, and the Lovers. Okay, King of Wands. This is your advice. Oh, I was thinking about her. Showed up on the bottom here. Okay. King of Wands. What else? Your advice is work hard, learn this new skill, put in the labor. Knight of Swords. There's some fast movement, intellectual progress, leave taking, because this person's running to get on his motorcycle. And there's also a kind of sense of well-being, individual autonomy here that is in the Nine of Pentacles. Some truth is coming in. Something's coming in. You know, there's an ascension in your star, in your cards. There's, I don't know. I don't see an Eight of Wands here or anything yet, but we're getting Temperance in the future. So let me just see here. Let's put all the cards out. The Page of Cups in your future. It's a little new love beginning, new sort of youthful, new. Definitely, here's your travel, here's your change of perspective, here's your new philosophy that you're moving from stormy seas to calmer waters. Goes with our Temperance, definitely. And of course, we can now see that he is sitting here by the ocean side. And a Ten of Cups. Total happy, emotional fulfillment for you with others, you with a partner. I don't know if it's the Seven of Swords. They're quite something. They need to open up with to you. They have trouble doing that. But they've got a lot going on in their head. They're really powerful, nurturing, spiritual person. So are you. You've been transformed by something that you've been going through. And the future shows you calm. It shows you inspired. It shows you in that new perspective that we saw in the Hangman is now showing up here again in the Six of Swords. It's almost like a new philosophy or a spiritual practice here. And it looks like, you know, this is where you want to get. This is true love, family, abundance, and the emotional satisfaction with another person. The advice is, so this is where I'm having trouble understanding what the advice is. It shows me something is coming in while you're just doing your thing, learning your new job or whatever, and there's this Knight of Swords running at you, and you're chill, you're hanging, you know your worth, you're comfortable in your little house, but something's coming in. It doesn't look bad. It looks like a truth to me, right? Like I feel like this person that's not been open is gonna open up to you. And so just wait for it. Do your job. Know who you are. Let yourself continue on this beautiful, inspired spiritual journey. You have this gorgeous lion's heart, and you know who you are. I see you calm, not in battle anymore, doing your job, learning your new trade. The future is more calm, this Temperance, this beautiful, it's a beautiful future for you. There is some dark journey on it, but the Six of Swords is a very positive future card. It shows you moving to a much more beautiful place, or your person is moving. There's definitely the movement here. The Chariot card of Cancer is coming towards you, and you are in a place of choice, of turmoil, needing to kind of calm and get balance, and I see that coming in your future. So this is spiritual. This is potentially a love story if you are lacking a love story. It's definitely a fulfilling, like you're going to have an answer to the question of like, what is this person keeping from me? they've got a lot going on in there. And they have been doing this. This is a lot. When I look at this Ace of Swords, I'm like, that is a long and winding staircase into their mind. You've also been transforming. And remember, like our underlying card here of resilience, maybe you made a mistake, but you're learning, right? So learn from that. Let this burden of this mistake be fruitful and transformative and give you new perspective here. Let it change your mind. A changed mind, a new way of thinking about things is in your future, and it's a beautiful future, and it's got this fun sort of inner child goofball here. I like this. It's a good story. Queen of Pentacles on the bottom here says, you know your worth. Don't forget that. You're grounded in your worth. Okay, I hope this helps you. It helps me. Thanks for going along on the ride with me. Bye.